Your Excellency Brigadier General Abdurrahmani Chiani, President of the National Council for the Safeguarding of the Fatherland and Head of State of the Republic of Niger. Dear brother, Excellency Captain Ibrahim Traoré, President of FASO, Head of State, dear brother, ladies and gentlemen, ministers of Burkina, Mali and Niger, ladies and gentlemen, senior officials, ladies and gentlemen of the press and distinguished guests. At the beginning of my speech, I would like to express my sincere thanks and gratitude, as well as those of the delegation accompanying me, to Brigadier General Abdurrahmani Chiani, President of the National Council for the Safeguarding of the Fatherland, and Head of State of the Republic of Niger, and to the people of Niger, for the warm welcome and the dedications and attentions we have received since our arrival in this hospitable land. In a warm and rich land of diversity that is Niger. And this hospitality is a reflection of the fraternity and solidarity that instills our three nations. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, on the 16th of September 2023, in what became the Liptako-Gourma Charter, we collectively took the courageous decision to create the Alliance of the Sahel States, that is the AES. From the first days following this historic event, the results were visible on the ground. Indeed, our alliance has also translated into action the architecture of collective defense, of mutual assistance, set up to fight against terrorism in all its forms, and against organized crime in our common space. I would like to emphasize the notion of common space. To salute the foresight of my brothers, President Chiani and Traoré, who had taken the necessary measures to authorize the rights of pursuit on their respective territories in order to effectively track down armed terrorist groups without constraints related to national borders.
Sans contrainte liée aux frontières nationales.
The security dimension at the origin of the creation of the AES is perfectly supported by our defense and security forces, which operate in total complementarity in the face of terrorist attacks. Our forces are now in an offensive posture to neutralize these lawless groups. The commitment and determination of our men and women in combat forces is our pride, particularly given the undeniable decline in insecurity in the area, and the best illustration of this security advance is the return of the state. Administrations and populations in localities had long been occupied by armed terrorist groups supported by their external sponsors. So today it is obvious that peace has changed sides. As proof, we regularly witness acts of surrender by terrorist elements who lay down their arms before our national armies. The establishment of the joint force of the Sahel states in March 2024 is the symbol of our unity of action and our determination to protect our populations together and preserve our sovereignty. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I spoke a little earlier about the rights of courtside which, during anti-terrorist operations, abolished the borders between our three states. I would like to take this opportunity to address one of the other essential aspects of our common alliance, that is the free movement of people and goods. Too often, the populations of our respective states have heard the principle of this free movement advocated without it being a lived reality. So much have the administrative and road hassles perverted this ambition. Moreover, I know that with my brothers the presidents, we will soon no longer say the respective populations of our countries, but rather our AES populations. Because the AES that we are in the process of setting up is first and foremost the AES of the people. An AES in which the Burkinabés and the Nigerians will live in Mali and vice versa, without any form of bureaucratic bar. This freedom of movement will be underpinned by an acceleration of investments in the field of road, rail and air infrastructure, and in that of new information and communication technologies. Anything that will catalyze the deepening of investments in the field of agricultural production and in that of processing industries, thus benefiting from the complementarity of our economies. To achieve this equality, which is already under advanced construction, our ministers indeed, they held in less than a year 4 sectoral and expanded meetings which made it possible to lay the necessary foundations for an alliance of Sahel states with strengthened skills. The ministers responsible for the economy and finance paved the way for coordination in the field of economic development by formulating in Bamako on November 25, 2023, relevant recommendations for the harmonious development of the AES area. They concerned aspects relating to the strengthening of a common and harmonized framework of public policies in the economic, financial, mineral, educational, environmental and cultural fields and the implementation of joint structuring projects. The Ministers of Foreign Affairs, meeting for the first time in Bamako on November 30 and December 1, 2023, agreed on diplomatic coordination and submitted to our assessment the recommendation to set up a confederation bringing together the 3 states while waiting for the establishment of a federation bringing together Burkina, Mali and Niger. Regroupant le Burkina, le Mali et le Niger. In order to actively pursue this, an enlarged ministerial meeting was held in Ouagadougou on February 15, 2024 to prepare the preliminary drafts of the documents relating to the Confederation. The Ministers of Foreign Affairs then finalized in Niamey on May 17, 2024, the draft texts on the creation, organization and operation of the AES as well as the preparatory documents for this summit. I wanted to make this reminder, my dear brothers, to extend our warm congratulations to our ministers and their technical team for the work accomplished in such a short time. And especially for the quality of the documents they submitted for our consideration. I particularly considered it useful to salute them, because through the draft texts developed they maintained the values dear to our hearts, namely the values of fraternity, solidarity, complementarity, and above all the importance of classifying and keeping populations within the action of the Confederation. I am also delighted with the constructive spirit that prevailed during the various works. This spirit is precisely what we are invited to formalize during this summit in order to respond to the pressing expectations of our populations who aspire to live together, to live in peace, to live in communion and harmony in a stable and prosperous space. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, this first summit of the AES is an opportunity to reaffirm our solidarity and our mutual support. In this regard, I will not fail to reiterate our thanks to the Republic of Niger for its active solidarity in deciding to deliver to us significant quantities of hydrocarbons. Excellency and dear brother Brigadier General Abdurrahmani Chiani, in this period of energy crisis, your mark of fraternity beyond the symbol takes on a particular crater for Malians, and Malians are grateful. It is now up to us to strengthen these strategic links between our three states to overcome together the challenges we face. To conclude, I would like to reiterate our firm determination to make the alliance of Sahel states a model of cooperation and regional solidarity. A model of development, a model also of sub-regional integration in accordance with the principles of the Liptako-Gourma Charter. Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, we will have today in Niamey our appointment with the evening to revive with our confederation the spirit of dignity desired by the founding fathers of Pan-Africanism. By assuming our share of responsibility and leadership in this exhilarating and essential work for the Sahel region and beyond. Long live the alliance of the Sahel states. Long live the solidarity among our people. Thank you.